The search for manifesting a better life is a universal desire. But did you know that true change begins from the inside out? Contrary to what many think, the manifestation process doesn't depend only on external actions, but on a deep internal transformation. The most curious thing is that often, it's the small internal changes, those that no one sees, that generate the greatest results. It's not about controlling the details of how or when, but about aligning your energy with what you truly desire. Prepare to discover how true manifestation begins in your mind and heart, and how, by mastering this, you can create the reality you've always dreamed of. Embark on this path and understand that you already have everything you need to change your life right now. Before any visible action, true manifestation begins at a much deeper and personal level. Inner change is, without a doubt, the first crucial step. When someone decides to change their life, the first movement they should make is to turn inward. It's no use going out into the streets or taking external actions without first reflecting on what one really desires. Aligning the mind and emotions with the goal to be manifested is essential. This internal reflection, away from the rush of external actions, creates a solid foundation for what will come next. Internal transformation requires introspection, and often, this is the step that people neglect. There are those who seek quick results, but the reality is that external actions need a clear and deep purpose. Imagine, for example, a gardener who plants a seed. He doesn't run off immediately looking for the flower. He waits for the internal process of the earth and seed to happen first. It's like this with manifestation. It begins from the inside out. By focusing on your interior, you begin to prepare your mind and energy to receive what you desire. Understanding that manifestation comes from an internal process and not from merely executing external actions brings a sense of peace and clarity. When you focus on your inner self, you begin to perceive what needs to be adjusted within yourself. This is like adjusting a radio's frequency until you find the perfect station. It's not about acting thoughtlessly, but about aligning your own vibration with what you want. This alignment is a powerful energy that reverberates in the universe and begins to attract the right opportunities. This alignment with what one desires doesn't happen overnight. A constant commitment to oneself is necessary to be attentive to what one wants to manifest and make internal adjustments whenever necessary. Like a musician tuning their instrument, manifestation requires patience and attention. And, over time, you'll begin to notice that external actions arise naturally, as an extension of this internal change. This creates a positive cycle where what you desire begins to materialize, because it already exists first within you. Knowing who you really are is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Self-knowledge is the key to true manifestation aligned with your essence. Without it, the risk of manifesting something that isn't compatible with your deepest values and desires is great. It's like trying to navigate without a map. Without a clear direction, you might end up in unwanted places. When you know yourself, you can align your intentions with your true objectives and thus create a clearer path to manifest what really matters. Self-awareness doesn't come from a simple moment of reflection, but from a continuous journey of inner exploration. The more you dedicate yourself to understanding your needs and desires, the more precise your manifestation becomes. This might mean stopping and asking yourself, what do I really want? And it's not about a quick answer, but an investigation process. Many can deceive themselves, believing they're manifesting something they desire, when in reality they're just meeting external expectations. Self-knowledge eliminates this confusion. There's tremendous power in truly knowing yourself, because it creates a firm foundation for your intentions. Imagine you're building a house. If the foundation isn't solid, any structure you erect on top can collapse. With self-knowledge, you build this foundation solidly, creating a safe and conducive space for your manifestations to happen. This self-discovery process is also a constant practice. There's always something new to learn about yourself as we evolve. In moments of doubt, turning inward and asking yourself, is this what I really want, can be the necessary guide to make more conscious decisions. By doing this, you avoid distractions and temptations that can divert your energy. The more you dive into this self-knowledge, the more you strengthen your ability to manifest with clarity and purpose. Then, everything aligns and the path becomes much more direct, Because when you know yourself deeply, you have the necessary tools to create the reality you desire. A person's energetic vibration is a decisive factor in manifestation. Everything we think, feel, and believe emits a frequency that reverberates in the universe. This frequency can attract what's aligned with it or repel what isn't. For example, if someone maintains themselves in a state of constant anger, their energy will be dense and will attract more situations that generate this type of emotion. On the other hand, maintaining yourself in a positive and loving vibration creates a magnetic field that attracts what is good. The key is understanding the power of your own energy and how it influences what manifests. When vibrational energy is in tune with the deepest desires, manifestation flows naturally. Imagine you're trying to tune your radio to a specific station. If the radio's frequency isn't adjusted correctly, you won't be able to hear the desired station. Similarly, when your energy isn't aligned with what you desire, it becomes difficult to attract what you really want. Maintaining a positive and vibrant frequency with emotions of gratitude, love, and joy is a fundamental step for your manifestations to gain strength. It's interesting to notice how our emotions and thoughts shape this frequency. Each feeling has its own vibration. Gratitude, for example, elevates our energy, while fear tends to reduce our vibration. That's why when a person focuses on positive thoughts, they're literally changing their frequency and creating ideal conditions for their manifestations. Something simple, like breathing deeply and practicing positive thinking, can immediately alter the vibrational frequency, aligning it with what you wish to achieve. However, maintaining this high vibration isn't something that happens automatically, especially on challenging days. It's necessary to constantly practice awareness of how you're feeling and adjust what you think and emit energetically. This can be done through practices like meditation, physical exercises, or simply by changing perspective in everyday situations. Consistency in maintaining this elevated energy is what creates the perfect conditions for the universe to collaborate in materializing your desires. Gratitude is one of the most powerful practices that exist when it comes to manifesting a more abundant reality. By being grateful for what we already have, we not only improve our vibration, but also send a clear message to the universe that we're ready to receive more. Imagine you're in a restaurant and, upon being served, you thank the waiter. The act of thanking creates an exchange, a recognition. Similarly, by expressing gratitude for what's already present in your life, you open space for more blessings to enter. This simple gesture has the power to transform how you connect with the universe. When gratitude is practiced consistently, it becomes a habit that, in turn, feeds positive vibrational energy. True gratitude isn't just about being thankful for big moments, but also for small details. Being grateful for sunlight, for a friend's smile, or even for lessons that arise in difficult moments creates a direct tuning with abundance. The more you recognize and give thanks, the more good things begin to manifest fluidly and naturally. There's a deep connection between gratitude and the law of attraction. When you feel grateful, you place yourself in a receiving frequency. Instead of feeling lack or scarcity, you tune into the abundance that already exists around you. A good daily practice can be, upon waking, to mentally or on paper list the things you're grateful for. This not only elevates your vibration, but also makes you pay more attention to the positive aspects of your life, becoming increasingly receptive to good energies. Gratitude also has the power to dissolve internal resistance. Often, we have fears or blocks that prevent us from manifesting. When we practice gratitude, these barriers begin to dissolve because we're affirming, with our actions, that we already have enough. This creates a space where new possibilities can enter without resistance or fear. By making this a daily habit, the manifestation process becomes more fluid and natural, almost like a universal law. Visualization is a powerful practice that helps shape the reality we desire. When you allow yourself to imagine, with vivid details, what you want to manifest, you're creating a strong and clear mental image that feeds your subconscious. Visualization goes beyond simple daydreaming. It's a concrete tool for programming your mind and aligning your intentions with the desired reality. By visualizing, you begin to feel and believe that what you desire is already within your reach. Many people underestimate the power of visualization, thinking it's just for leisure or escapism moments. However, this exercise goes far beyond that. It's one of the most effective means of programming the mind for success. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals, the brain begins to act as if this were already a reality. This creates a deep connection between your desire and your behavior, making your actions align with what you're visualizing. To make visualization more powerful, it's important to incorporate all senses during the process. It's not enough to just imagine what you desire. Try to feel the emotions associated with this achievement, hear the sounds, even touch or see the details around you. The richer in details your visualization is, the more real it becomes in your mind. It's like creating a mental movie where you're the protagonist, and the success scenes are already being recorded. The constant practice of visualization creates an internal confidence that what you desire is already possible. This doesn't mean passively waiting for things to happen, but cultivating a mentality of worthiness and unlimited potential. Over time, visualization begins to become a natural extension of your daily life. And when you begin to act according to these mental images, manifestation becomes an inevitable consequence because your mind already believes that is yours by right. Manifesting isn't just about waiting for things to happen on their own. It's necessary to act according to your intentions. The secret lies in aligned action, that which makes sense with what you wish to achieve. For example, if you want a new job but aren't sending resumes or preparing for interviews, manifestation becomes difficult. Action needs to be in tune with your objective because the universe responds to your energy, and for it to help you, you must be doing your part too. Often, people fall into the trap of thinking that by just desiring something, all they need is to wait. However, true manifestation happens when you act with confidence and clarity. Imagine you're building a road. Desire is the destination, and action is the process of paving the path. Without action, the path remains dusty and full of obstacles. By acting decisively and aligned with your desires, you create the necessary conditions for the universe to do its part. Furthermore, action aligned with intention brings confidence and certainty. When you begin to act with determination, doubt and fear go away. For example, if you want to write a book, it's not enough to visualize the finished work. The necessary action involves sitting down every day and writing, even if results don't appear immediately. Each step taken, however small, sends a clear message to the universe that you're committed to your objectives, and this creates a powerful energetic exchange. It's important, however, that actions are performed with confidence, without hesitation. When you act with doubt, the result tends to be inconsistent. Acting in alignment with intention is doing what's necessary with the certainty that the universe will support your actions. It's not about forcing things, but acting with the conviction that what you're doing is the right path. And by maintaining this attitude, you open doors for manifestation to happen more fluidly. Often, anxiety about how things will happen can become a major obstacle to manifestation. Excessive focus on the details of how a desire will be realized prevents the universe from acting fluidly. It's like trying to control a current. No matter how much you try to direct the water, it will always find its own path. The secret of manifestation is trusting the process and letting go of the need to control all aspects of how things will materialize. When you let go of control over the how, you allow the universe to use its infinite wisdom to open doors and create opportunities in unexpected ways. Often, the best way to achieve what we desire isn't the path we initially imagined. For example, someone looking for a work opportunity might receive a completely different proposal than expected, but one that's equally valuable. This detachment allows the universe to bring surprising solutions, which are often better than those we would plan. Additionally, detachment from the how helps reduce anxiety and stress. If you're constantly worried about every step to be taken, the energy of doubt and insecurity takes over your vibration, which ends up repelling what you desire. When you release the pressure and allow things to unfold naturally, manifestation occurs with more lightness and fluidity. This creates a state of trust in the process and perfect timing, where everything happens when it's the right moment. It's essential to trust that the universe has a greater and wiser plan than you can imagine. This doesn't mean being passive or not acting, but having faith that when you do your part and maintain a positive attitude, the how will come in ways you didn't even know were possible. Letting go of control isn't giving up. It's allowing life to unfold more harmoniously, without the limitations of rigid thinking. Thus, the flow of manifestation becomes more natural and powerful. Limiting beliefs are like invisible walls that prevent us from advancing. Many people, without realizing it, carry within themselves thoughts that sabotage them, like, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't deserve it." These beliefs have a direct impact on how we relate to our own manifestations. When someone believes they don't deserve what they desire, they create an internal resistance that disrupts the manifestation process. That's why it's fundamental to identify and challenge these beliefs so the flow of manifestation becomes freer and more fluid. The first step to overcoming these limiting beliefs is recognizing them. Often, these ideas are so rooted in our minds that we don't realize their influence. Imagine a car with the brakes pressed. No matter how much the engine is running, it will never reach its maximum speed. Similarly, limiting beliefs prevent manifestation energy from flowing freely. When you become aware of these beliefs, you can begin to work on reprogramming your mind and making space for more positive and empowering thoughts. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs is an ongoing process. This doesn't happen overnight, but it's a daily practice. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," you can begin to affirm, "I am capable and deserve to achieve my goals." These daily affirmations help reprogram the mind and create new beliefs that support your intentions. Over time, you'll notice that internal resistance decreases and you're more open to manifesting what you truly desire. An important aspect of this process is self-compassion. When identifying your limiting beliefs, it's essential to be kind to yourself and not judge yourself harshly. We all carry thought patterns that were formed throughout our lives, and it's normal to take time to overcome them. The important thing is to keep practicing and replacing beliefs that no longer serve with those that empower. This creates a solid foundation for manifestations to occur more easily and naturally. Manifestation happens in the present moment, not in the future or past. Many people make the mistake of believing they need to achieve something tomorrow for their life to improve. However, the real power of manifestation is in how you connect with the now. Every action you take in the present, every thought and feeling you cultivate in this moment, shapes the reality that will unfold. When you focus on the present, you align your energy with what you desire and create a solid foundation for it to manifest naturally. The present moment is the only point where you really have control. The past is gone and the future is yet to come, but now is the only space where your energy and intentions can materialize. For example, if you're constantly worrying about what might go wrong in the future, you're draining your energy and moving away from your goals. Focusing on the present doesn't mean ignoring the future, but giving attention to what you can do now to build a solid path toward what you desire. Living in the now also helps decrease anxiety. By focusing on the present, you eliminate constant worry about the future, allowing you to be more productive and more aligned with your energy. This creates a sense of inner peace, essential for manifestation to happen. When you're anchored in the present moment, your vibration becomes stronger and clearer, attracting the opportunities and situations necessary for your manifestation. A simple practice to anchor yourself in the present is meditation. By dedicating a few minutes of your day to breathe deeply and focus on the moment, you begin to create a mental space that favors manifestation. Remember, the present is all you have, and by focusing on it, you free up space for the future to build organically and truly. This alignment with now is an essential step for what you desire to manifest fluidly and without resistance. Trust in the manifestation process is one of the keys that ensures you stay motivated, even when things don't happen quickly. Manifesting is like planting a seed. You don't see immediate growth, but you know it's happening, even if invisibly. Patience is essential in this process, because often, the things we most desire take time to materialize. Having trust in the process means believing that what you desire is in progress, even if it hasn't shown itself tangibly yet. This trust also implies accepting that things don't need to happen according to your schedule. The universe has its own way of organizing things, which may be different from what you planned. By letting go of control over the when and how, you create space for things to happen even more aligned with what you need, not just what you want. Trusting the process is understanding that each step, however small it may seem, is a fundamental part of the journey. Patience and trust also help decrease frustration. When someone manifests but doesn't see immediate results, the impulse might be to give up or lose faith in what they're doing. However, by continuing with trust and action, you keep your energy aligned with what you desire. Don't give up halfway. Remember that the greatest results often arise after waiting periods, when the internal construction has already been done and the right moment arrives. Maintaining faith and patience in the process is essential for manifestation to happen. Every time you feel unmotivated, remember that the seed is there, in the soil, growing silently, until one day the flower emerges. And when you have full trust, the path becomes lighter and the wait more pleasant. The universe responds to this trust, and, gradually, you'll see how everything begins to align surprisingly, bringing you what was manifested with patience and persistence. Now that you know the fundamental steps to manifest a life more aligned with your desires, it's time to put this knowledge into practice. What limiting beliefs do you need to challenge to release your potential? How can you apply the power of gratitude in your daily life to create space for abundance? Every small action counts, and the first step begins with you. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can start today. If you're ready to transform your reality, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and continue learning how to unlock all your manifestation power. The best is yet to come.